The holidays are all about sharing with family. Meals, couches, stories, Grandma's secret pecan pie recipe. And now you can also share a cart with Instacart Family Carts. Everyone can add what they want to one group cart from wherever they are. So you don't have to go from room to room to find out who wants cranberry sauce, or whether you should get mini marshmallows for the yams, or collecting votes for sugar cookies versus shortbread. Just share a cart, and then share the meals and the moments. Download the Instacart app and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. We all know the old saying about teaching a man to fish. And as parents, we want our kids to learn the things that will set them up for success. So, this holiday season, give kids money skills that last well beyond 2024 with Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app made for families where kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely with parental controls built in. Sign up today at greenlight.com/Wondery. greenlight.com/Wondery.
This is Fixing Famous People, the podcast where 2 reality television producers pitch solutions to save celebrities in dire straits.
But first, let's get to the Pre-Fixe, your weekly pop culture roundup.
Listeners, there are a lot of exciting things to report this week, not the least of which is that we're in the midst of our first sort of Fixing Famous People mini tour as we're on what we are calling the Chris DeRosa leg of my holiday tour, where Chris is now joining me in several dates in Philly, DC, and Boston for a dual meet and greet for an FFP sandwich for the diehard listeners, which started in New York City as well. And it has been a delight being on this little road trip.
Dominick's show in New York knocked him dead, as it always did. My mom and my aunt were in attendance. My mom wore what she was calling the Jewel of the Nile to rival the Heart of the Ocean. Never forget that last year she dressed up as you.
I will never forget that, actually, as long as I live.
And now here, and then she was there to troll you again. People were in stitches, in tears. My friend Eric from this podcast, as you know, one of our guests, his new boyfriend was there with us, doesn't know who Dominick is, has never met him before. He was in tears, like wiping the tears away with his napkin because he was laughing so hard.
We made out in the ladies' room after that, which I'm
sure you did.
For the first time. No, we did not. We did not. Adorable, as is Eric. And that's very kind. And everyone was very kind. And it's just been the best part about doing this tour is all of the listeners that we're meeting in every city just blowing me away. And thank you, everybody, for coming. It has been a blast. Chicago, I have to say the audience in Chicago was mostly people who know me from this podcast, which was a real treat, and everything croissant, if you will, which I learned about today for the first time. It was a real treat. But enough about that. But please come for these last few dates. We are going to be in DC on the 18th and Boston on the 20th. And then I will be in Atlanta on the 22nd without Christopher. And then it's 2025. And speaking of 2025, we already have a plethora of goodness to report. Chris, I'm sure you're not surprised that as the lead story this week is that, and hang on to your hats and your tits, Jamie Lee Curtis is in talks to reprise Murder, She Wrote and be the she, Jessica Fletcher. I am beside myself. I'm beside myself.
This is Kathy Doyle Bates's influence here.
Oh, there can be no doubt that Kathy Doyle Bates has set the trend with Matlock. And I want to say one thing right now. In the near future, if there is some sort of crossover between Jamie Lee Curtis as Jessica Fletcher and Kathy Bates as Matlock, if there is a way, I don't know if they'll be on competing. Now, I have no idea if it's going to be feasible. If they combine into one, when I tell you that my clit, which although non-existent and only metaphorical, please allow me this, my clit will swell to the size of one of Saturn's moons detach and kill everyone on the street that it happens on. It will roll down that street and murder everybody. I cannot think of anything.
We won't be able to survive it. We won't be able to survive it.
Other than Cher and Mariska Hargitay doing a duet, I can't think of anything other than Jamie Lee Curtis and Kathy Doyle Bates combining forces here as some sort of new decade Rizzoli and Isles.
How dare you? I mean, this is big. This is big.
This is huge. Whew.
We'll be watching. We will be watching. We can only hope. We can only hope.
Moving on to some other 2025 news. I rolled my eyes at this, I have to say. Wicked Part 2 now has a new title. It's just called Wicked, for Good. Hey, people that run Wicked, let me just tell you something. For the rest of recorded time, we're only calling it Wicked 2. So cut the crap. Enough.
Okay, I like the name, but they just keep making up things that they need to like announce on their big Instagram that's now has like millions of followers. Do you know what I mean? Like they just like need to keep announcing random shits to like have something to post now that all the press is done. And so they just keep making up new things to do. And like I don't think it's going to stop until next November, sadly.
Definitely not. Is it possible? I wonder if Cynthia Erivo's Wicked Press Tour claw hand should have its own Instagram page, I think. Why not?
Yeah, it should. The holding of the finger should have its own Instagram.
Have we even discussed on this podcast about Cynthia Erivo and Lena Waithe being a couple? Is that true?
It is true. They're together.
That's insane. I don't understand why we don't see more of Lena Waithe then.
And why is Lena Waithe not on the red carpet?
I don't know. Could it be that Lena Waithe hates musicals?
Could it
be
truly?
Fantastic.
Or even there by herself, like not with Cynthia, but like by herself on another. Do you know what I'm saying? Like just her there herself as Lena Waithe, like in like level 10 of it, not level 1 that like Cynthia and Ariana are at. You know what I mean?
Also, Lena Waithe turns out a red carpet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, so
and is like a prolific, like everyone respects Lena Waithe. Like she's like seen as like a great storyteller, like a creative mind. Like she's famous on her own. And so it's like, it's strange, but.
All right. So we started frivolously just to get into some other shit here. Jay-Z, he of the, newest person to be felled possibly by Diddygate. Jay-Z's lawyer is saying that this rape case is provably, demonstrably false and expects it to be dismissed. The woman who is making these accusations did not have a good past couple of days because her own father apparently has said publicly he doesn't remember anything happening to her. And she came forward and admitted that there are several inconsistencies in her story. So Jay-Z, who was already on the attack last week with his initial statement, they are trying to wrap this up before Christmas for good, if we may quote the new title of Wicked.
Yeah, sure.
So
it's very interesting that she's backpedaling once all of it goes public is what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I don't know. So are you alleging that maybe someone got to her with a check?
Or like a threat is what I think.
Well, speaking of Diddygate, here's a fun fact. Diddy's lawyer is married to...
I can't with this.
Go ahead. No, Diddy's lawyer is married to the attorney representing United Healthcare CEO murderer Luigi Mangione. These two are married. I feel like that should be illegal.
I'm going to throw a deep cut out to you from this this here podcast.
Yeah.
To quote Kat Pappas, we are not a serious country. The fact that this is a news story we are in the end times, Dominic.
But isn't it weird that maybe it's not.
No,
maybe
both
there's just a
attorneys.
It's just a small pool of people that represent.
Yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense.
People who committed obvious crimes on camera. They're a small group of people willing to take those cases.
Yeah, but like they're defense attorneys, that's their job. Do you know what I mean? Like, Of course they're married because they were like fell in love like litigating together.
I wonder if Diddy and Luigi would ever share a cell since Luigi's going to have to come to New York at some point. Can you imagine?
If only. That's like Jen Shaw and the Theranos lady. Like those pictures of them in jail, like having fun together. Do you ever see those photos of them like out in the prison yard together? That's like what we want to see for Diddy and Luigi. You know what I mean? Like
if
we want to see them both
and Diddy
like having
shared a cell, I wonder
having
which
a catch.
Can you? Speaking of catch, I wonder which one of them would pitch and which one would catch in that cell.
Oh God, I don't know.
I bet this is what I think. I think that Luigi would knock out Diddy's glass eye with his dick. What are your thoughts, Chris?
Oh my God. I forgot he has a glass eye.
Well, I don't know if it is glass, but it appears to be. So why not start that rumor? Speaking of hitting people in the face with your penis, we arrive at the doorstep of Mr. Thomas Sandoval, who one day this week was publicly, meaning on the internet, accused of cheating by his current girlfriend. And the following day, very publicly, she just retracts it and says, I don't know what came over me. It was we were misconstrued.
All these people that are like, I'm alleging this thing. And then like the next day are like, no, I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. I just don't believe, like, no, you weren't. Like he got to you and said like, don't do this to me. And she was like, okay. And it's funny because she's like, she's only dating him so that she can then become famous. And she was like, this is my big break where I can break away from him and then become my own famous person. And now that everyone on that show is a sinking ship, they're like, their whole lives are unraveling, as we will get to in the next story. But like, do you know what I'm saying?
Do you think
like
that she made the accusation, then found out Vanderpump was redoing the whole cast, and then was like, "Oh shit, no one's going to care about him, so I'll just stay. I don't see what his next project is."
I don't know. But like now that they're cut loose from that show, it's like there's zero protection left for them. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not these superstars that they were even just simply a couple months ago.
Right. Well, speaking of that, speaking of the unraveling of the Vanderpump cast, the next story has James Kennedy detained for domestic violence.
I mean, he had it coming. Not to quote Chicago, but we saw this. We saw this in his future for a very long time, is what I'm going to say.
These accusations drop, and then the next night he's DJing somewhere, as though nothing is going on, as though he's not in trouble with the law.
We're not too far off from like a lot of them, like just being in prison, I think.
I have to say, I've never liked him. He has rubbed me the wrong way from
for the whole time.
The whole time. And the glee, the performative and really juvenile. And look, we're reality producers where like there's a lot of juvenile behavior pretty regularly. So for me to single out juvenile
and on
behavior,
this podcast, like
no shit. I just talked about someone getting hit in their non-glass eye with someone's penis. Yeah, we're a pretty juvenile broadcast ourselves. Yeah. But James Kennedy, like the juvenile glee he had over Sandoval, like he just took it too far where it's just like, he didn't cheat on you, James. Cool the fuck down. Anyway, I'm not happy to see someone's a victim of this guy's abuse, but honestly, I don't know. Fuck off. He's the one I'm happiest is out of a job. Although now he's a DJ, so we'll see how that goes.
Sure.
Did you see this? Paula Abdul, we forgot that she had this sexual assault lawsuit against American Idol producer Nigel Lythgoe. It has been settled.
Do we know what happened? I mean, they probably won't tell us, right?
Well, in a statement, Paula said that she is, quote, grateful that this chapter has successfully come to a close and is now something I can put behind me. Nigel Lythgoe said,
"Oh,
quote,
brother, I'm reading it."
We live in a troubling time where a person is now automatically assumed to be guilty until proven innocent, a process that can take years. That is why, like Paula, I am glad to be able to put this behind me. I know the truth, and that gives me great comfort.
His truth, to never forget, was that like they were friends, so like sexual like advances were welcomed. It was his truth. Remember when that was what his
carefully worded statement. Very carefully worded. Well, she just said she didn't report it because of possible retaliation. So this is just another one of those stories that we will truly have to write ourselves what we think happened because we're not actually going to know. Although Nigel is pretty clear with his passive-aggressive statement that nothing happened. He's basically saying that she's cuckoo banana. And we move on. But I want to know what this, I mean, does this mean he paid her money? I mean, these things are sealed. We're never going to know.
I don't know. We'll never know. But I'm sure he paid her money. Yeah. You know? Can she just go? She'll go rogue somewhere and say it somewhere.
Hopefully. She'll have one of her episodes where she starts crying about nothing and then just screams out things that are true. And then people will say that she's Paula, so nothing she says is true, but we'll know.
Correct. But we'll know that it's real. Yeah.
Coming attractions. I have like a whole segment of this week. There's so many things coming down the pipeline. First of all, Barbie 2 is as close to a go as it ever has been. Apparently Greta Gerwig and her husband have settled on a decent storyline for it. So the wheels are turning for this behemoth to be sequelized in the American cinema. I'll go see it. Love the other one.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not happy about it? You'd
I'm
like
not
it to be a
excited
singular
about.
endeavor?
I'm not excited. Like we'll see, but I don't know.
Do you think this means that they'll rush a sequel to Oppenheimer as well somehow, so they can
so that they can
again next
Oppenheimer
summer?
2, where what he drops an atomic bomb on someone? What happens?
Khloe Kardashian is coming out with a podcast. She's officially one of our competitors. She'll be launching a video podcast Q1 of 2025. Don't know what it's about. Don't care. I just think, do these people take a vacation? When I have that much money, if I'm still doing anything that could be qualified as work, push me off a cliff because I'm not doing it right. I'm just not.
Well, because then they have to sit. No, but then they have to sit with their like lives, and then that's rough. You know what I mean? If they stop moving, they have to then just look around and see what's happening around them, and that's that's a hard look, is what that is.
Mm-hmm. More coming attractions. Season 3 of White Lotus. The trailer dropped this week. It will take place in Thailand, and it looks like a tasty treat.
Dominic, this cast, I am blown away.
It's going to be great. It's like, going to be great.
Parker Posey alone, it has us on our feet, let alone the one girl from Sex Education, Walter Goggins, who was in a show that got no viewership, but was in a show called Vice Principals with that, what's his name, Danny McBride, the guy that does like Righteous Gemstones, that was so fucking funny and stupid and like right up our alley. Hasn't
that show had a resurgence on streaming recently? I feel like people have been watching it.
It might have, but I remember watching it and being like, this is so dumb. And I was like truly crying, laughing. He's going to be incredible. This is going to be his star turn, by the way, where he's really like, we're going to be obsessed with him. And then every single other person that came on my screen, I was like obsessed with. I was like, yes, perfect casting. Yes, perfect person. I'm so excited for Natasha Rothwell to come back.
I love Natasha Rothwell. Love.
She's going to be so good in it. She was so good in the first season. She's going to be so good in this. I'm like, to quote myself, chomping at the bit for this.
Isn't it champing though?
It is champing, but I'm quoting myself and saying chomping.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Then chomp away. The best part to me is Parker Posey sort of filling that Jennifer Coolidge hole.
Yes.
Should Jennifer not come back? I mean, it seems like she's not a part of this one.
Well, she's dead.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
So there was not going to be like a twin sister moment or something, but
I wish they could do that. Honestly, they could do that and we wouldn't care. It would be so stupid, but we would be like, yes, love it.
Parker looks like the memeable star of this
Correct.
one, though. It seems pretty obvious that she's taking that mantle and is going to run with it. And look, Parker Posey's already a huge star, but I think this is the thing that's going to make her a star to people that don't consider her that, because she's sort of like fringe-ish and always has been delightfully, but now I think she's going to go.
Gen Alpha is going to see like her and then go back and watch like Waiting for Guffman and be like, what? Do you know what I mean? Or like, or Best in Show and see like Catherine O'Hara and what's his name and be like, oh, that's why they know each other. You know what I mean? Like a whole generation of people is going to be introduced to like Christopher Guest because of this.
This next coming attraction, I'm going to file under W for why. There's a Malcolm in the Middle 4-episode revival happening at Disney Plus. Admittedly, I wasn't like I wasn't a follower of the last one, but were these characters that impactful that they needed to return? You tell us, listeners. DM us and say we're absolutely wrong by us rolling our eyes about this.
No, but like, what is Frankie Muniz doing now? Nothing. Do you know what I mean?
He was a race car driver, then he lived in the Southwest. But also Brian, I guess Bryan Cranston just can do whatever the fuck he wants because he's Bryan Cranston.
And he'll just show up for like 3 episodes and be like, hi, I'm here and I'm the grandpa. You know what I mean? But like Frankie Muniz, they're probably getting for like a low number. Like, we can do this. This is fun. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Paul Mescal is set to star in Sony's Beatle movies. We don't have a confirmation on this yet, but it seems like he's going to play Paul McCartney.
I like
Almost
that.
no one hot. Oh, I do too. Almost no one
Yeah.
hotter than him right now. So
Yeah, that's his like. What's Timothy? Who's Bob Dylan? Like
yes,
that's his version of this Bob Dylan movie. Like I'm into that. Do you know what I mean? Like this. Yeah.
And coming attractions coming very soon. Actually, I mean this is the one that we're the most excited about. The Curious Case of Natalia Grace returns to ID.
I'm gonna be like, put it in my veins tomorrow. Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm actually, and this is the truth, I'm going out of town the day after Christmas and I'm returning on January 6th. And when I realized that this 2-night Natalia Grace event is going to be on January 6th and 7th, it's like, I already know I won't have like post-vacation depression because when I get off that plane, I'm going to bake some sort of casserole in celebration of Natalia Grace returning to my screen. And then
yeah. You're like, you're sliding right in onto the couch. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, titillated. And P.S. like when they eventually do the stage version of whatever this show was, you must play her father. I know I've said this to you before. I have said this to you before, but like when he pulls up in that race car with the backwards hat, like, and then he's doing all the different characters of himself, like for the camera to try to explain away why like the wife and him were abusing this little girl. Like this is your star turn. This is your Beatles movie for Sony. I'm telling you.
I feel like a faggot a lot of times, but I never feel like one more than when people say, you remind me of Natalia Grace's father. I hear that and I think to myself, how do I ever get laid if that's what I'm presenting to the world? How is it happening?
You're not. It's just you would play this masterfully. It's not like you look like
that
him.
That man's gayer than me. And I don't, most people are not. He's gayer than me.
Yes. That's why it's incredible. Like, I'm telling you, when he would like fall on the ground and like pretend to like show how the wife would like beat up Natalia. Do you remember this?
Yeah. I mean, like, he's worth the price of admission. I don't give a crap about the kid. Is she an adult or not? He's the reason to watch it. He
had a one-man show. He was doing a one-man show within this show. It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it in my whole life. Yes, of course.
Taylor Swift, heard of her? She won 10 Billboard Awards this week, bringing her career total to 49, making her the most decorated artist in Billboard Award history. Now, as soon as the Billboard Awards mean something, this is going to be quite an achievement because to me, they're just like the Blockbuster Awards. It's like we have our big award shows that we can count on one hand and everyone else is just sweating it out. Okay, Billboard.
Yeah.
Enough. But congratulations, because if anyone needs more awards, it's definitely Taylor Swift.
I mean, she deserves it.
Sure. I mean, she had the album of the year. Apparently, it was like the biggest selling album of the year. So it always is when she releases something. So, okay. Sure. I mean, I sound like I hate her. I don't. I just take a break.
We're not surprised is what it is.
No, I guess we're not. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis being Angela Lansbury, that is a surprise.
That's a surprise. That caught
Taylor
us
Swift being the most decorated anything anywhere. Okay, we get it. So this next story is so hilarious. I believe Rebecca Bregman posted this in the group chat, and I can't get enough of it.
Yes.
One of you did. Drake causes hometown lookalike contest organizer to hyperventilate by offering surprise $10,000 prize. Now, am I misspeaking when I say that the winner of this contest was a woman?
Oh my God, I don't know. Was it?
Or did Rebecca lie to me about that? Because one of the finalists was absolute. Yes.
Drake lookalike contest winner. It's literally a woman in like drag as a drag king.
It is a drag king. It is. Yeah. We don't know how she identifies. Presenting as Drake, obviously.
I'm seeing a drag king. I'm seeing a drag king. Yeah.
I think so. Yes. AFAB for sure. And I just think it's fantastic. Given how many purses Drake has in his house, it is fitting that someone with estrogen wins the lookalike contest. Period. Do you think he'll ask for the $10,000 back now that he knows
probably one? Probably. Or where's a Birkin? Why wasn't a Birkin? Why wasn't that the prize?
Honestly, apologies for their gender is not specified in the article. So if we're misgendering, I apologize. But this is someone who was pretty clearly assigned female at birth, and to see her win the Drake contest.
And P.S. like absolutely is not the doesn't look anything like him. Whereas like there's all these other ones that look exactly like him that I think that it's Drake. So within this competition, they are also trolling him.
Right. It's like the same group of people who, when we were trying to name a ferry in New York, that like the winning name was Bodie McBoatface. It's those people who are voted. Those people voted for this woman to win the Drake contest.
I forgot about Bodie McBoatface.
Moving along, the Schmuckers have released their holiday card. You know, we give them a lot of shit here, but they're just an adorable family. They really are. And they are simply not allowing you to see their children's faces, period. Lilibet and Archie are both on the card, but from the back, we do not know what they look like. A lot of people are like, why bother releasing the card then if it's just going to be you acting like you? Like, if you need to protect your family, just do a card with no photos on it. Or here's something you can do, lady. Send your jam to people as the holiday card. Get the jam out.
That'd be a great.
Here's
the jam would be a great thing. I watched that Polo documentary that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it, and it was good. It wasn't incredible by it. It was no DCC cheerleaders, I'll tell you that much. But it was like fine. But like, if this is the thing that he's been like painstakingly, agonizingly working on for 3 years, like, oh brother.
Well, the viewership is in the toilet for that documentary, and Netflix is pissed because they spent it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not doing well at all, and Netflix is sort of pissed. They have overinvested in the Schmuckers. So
well, there you go. I mean, look at Spotify could have told you what you were getting yourself into. It wasn't bad at all, but like it was just not. Again, when you have the America's Sweethearts and you have Cheer and you have all these like really good docs, like someone who like doesn't do documentaries that much, like. It's hard to compete with like the best that we've ever seen, you know?
Yep. Not a great week for the royals. Jamaica is making its first move towards removing King Charles as head of state. So I'm assuming this is bad for King Charles. I also think it's great for Jamaica because why the fuck is King Charles still the head of state for Jamaica?
For any reason at all.
And I know this exists elsewhere. Like, I don't know if they're sort of like Australia and other islands and other shit, but like, no, with the British Empire, that's not a thing.
That's not a thing. They don't even have any real power.
No.
Like they don't do anything. They're just but they're just socialites now. Like they don't like make decisions on like laws, right? It's like all parliament.
They haven't for some time, I don't think. It's just a very archaic sort of. So Jamaica, take back your power, girl. You do you.
Good job. Yeah, I'm happy.
Good job, Jamaica.
Yeah.
The SAG Awards are returning. They have not had a host in 5 years. They are saying pshaw with that and returning with Kristen Bell back as the MC of the SAG Awards. They will stream.
Like that.
I do too. I like Kristen Bell. They will stream on February 23rd on Netflix.
I love the SAG Awards because I love at the beginning when they always do. Hi, I'm Chris DeRosa, and I'm an actor. Hassan and I say that to each other all the time about dumb shit. Like it's in stupid ways, but like we always quote that beginning monologue part.
Yeah, I don't remember. She apparently in 2018, Kristen Bell was the first SAG Awards host since they started in 1995, which I do not remember. But welcome back. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. I would like to see A-list celebrities hosting this again versus like it always being a comedian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I like the SAG Awards too, not because I don't like all the other awards, but I just, that's what you watch. As a viewer, you want to see like actors just sort of like performatively and insincerely blowing each other on television. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
No, but that one's like for them versus like the Oscar is the one that's like everyone is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like the SAG Awards is like for them and you kind of see them in a different light sometimes, which I like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here is a headline. Unreleased Michael Jackson tapes discovered in abandoned storage unit in Ventura County. Some stay-at-home dad has come into possession of material recorded between 1989 and 1981 by the deceased King of Pop. TBD on how this story develops.
Can you imagine just like having that? Because obviously like these will be sold for like what? millions of dollars, like millions and millions. Like imagine just being like, oh my God, look at the picture of it. It literally just says Michael Jackson 9/15/89. Like that is like,
yeah, they're
holy
just
shit.
teeny tiny tapes. They're like, I don't know if they're demos or what, but they're just little tapes. These are all made prior to the Dangerous album, good Lord, which came out the year you were born. And
yes,
the year
correct.
that I was, I believe, a sophomore in college. Jesus, Francesca. Well,
I mean, that's big. That is big.
It is, but I mean, I guess it is just from like a novelty and a nostalgic point of view. But I feel like that audience is sort of that would clamor for this is smaller than you would think now.
Well, no, I know, but if they come out and we can listen to them, I think people will it'll be picked up a little bit.
What if a lot of it is just surreptitiously recorded duets between him and children? And no one's singing; they're just eating cereal, throwing
honestly,
it at each other, and going.
Did you ever watch the documentary about the kids and him?
It was such a long time. I mean, I know I did, but I don't remember the details of it.
I visually remember so crystal clear of him, and he would call the one kid's house and leave the mom voicemails, and it's obviously him, and he's just like, hi, I'm just checking in to see how you guys are doing, and it never ever went it'll never escape me how it was he was the absolute biggest superstar to ever exist, and there will never be someone that is as famous as him. Maybe Taylor Swift, maybe, but not even. And he was just calling some random kid in a random place, that was a child actor, and the mom was a stage mom, and they were best friends with the biggest superstar to ever exist. It's it bone chilling just to think about how fucking crazy his life was and their lives.
Yeah. Trigger warning on this next one, only because it's the saddest shit I have ever heard. Gary Turner, the star of The Golden Bachelor, he has revealed a cancer diagnosis, and there is no cure for the cancer that he has, unfortunately. So for everyone who thought it was a little speedy and weird that he and Teresa split up so soon, apparently this diagnosis played into that, and they were keeping it quiet for a minute because this is obviously a lot for a new spouse to take on who you've only known for a couple of months. So I mean, just terrible. God bless this guy. It's he goes through the experience of a lifetime being the Golden Bachelor, and then a minute later finds out that he is not going to be on this earthly plane for much longer. But who knows? I mean, medical advancement, what it is, he could end up being here for a while, but he's been very clear that this was incurable. This is incurable, and that it played a role in he and Teresa splitting up. So thoughts and prayers for real to this guy.
Yeah.
I feel terrible for him and his family, really. Not much else to say about that. Well, two very popular television shows ended this week. The first of them is Yellowstone, which I do not watch, but it did, the series finale for season 5 did set a record for the show, which is a big deal because it always rated very well. There is going to be a spinoff of the show, so all is not lost. Kelly Riley, I think, is the actress's name, who played Kevin Costner's daughter. The spinoff is going to be
Taylor. Yeah, Taylor Sheridan doing horse prancing. That's the spinoff. I'll never get over that for the rest of my life. It's a show called The Prancing Pony, and it's Taylor Sheridan doing tricks.
Well, I mean, it already sounds gayer than Yellowstone, so I'm in. And the other show that went bye-bye this week is the CBS drama Blue Bloods, which
the fact that Blue Bloods is still was still a show up until recently is fucking insane.
Can someone tell me how this show has been on network television for 14 years?
Yeah.
How is this possible?
Tom Selleck, baby. That's Tom Selleck himself. That's how.
Tom Selleck, Donnie Wahlberg McCarthy, Bridget Moynihan, all the greats. All the greats. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it.
Donnie Wahlberg McCarthy. He is
and
Donnie
there's
Wahlberg
so much
McCarthy.
bitterness. Tom Selleck's mad. Tom Selleck is mad that this show went away. But no one's the police commissioner for 14 years. So
no, and how could you be mad when you've had the run that you've had for this long?
I don't know. Maybe he has no reason to live in New York anymore. I will tell you this, though. The same thing is true, which will never happen. And if it does, I'll scream, to SVU. SVU currently in its 25th season, when it is a known fact that the average time that a detective or that any human being can stay as an SVU detective is 3 years, because it is so emotionally and mentally draining to be in that part of the police force that with sex crimes, the average time a detective spends there is 3 years. And Olivia Benson's been there for 25. So
yeah,
that woman's going to need a therapist when she finally packs it in. Good
Will
Lord,
she? She'll just
25 years
work until she'll work until they kill her off on the show. And then that's the end of the show.
I mean, the greatest thing ever on if they were to make Olivia Benson eventually like the actual police commissioner, dangerously get out of the road because my clit's rolling down the street. It's going to kill people.
Has she ever gotten a promotion?
Oh yeah, she's Captain Benson now. She's gone up the ranks.
Oh, got it.
It's taken quite a few minutes, but yeah, I mean, her being the police commissioner would just be because she certainly butts heads with the 11 police commissioners she's had to deal with. All the police commissioners, the DAs, they all come and go, but Liv is still there, making house calls, going to set, it were.
Beyond.
All the things that when you get promoted, you're not supposed to have to do, she still does those things.
Yeah, she's still in the field every day. And
I think she's still with one of those little brushes doing fingerprints on windowsills. I feel like she's just very hands-on.
Yeah, a little too much.
And that's it. Before we get to these vital messages, a reminder that you are about to dive into the whirlwind that is the second annual Fixie Awards. Whew, you ain't ready.
Get ready. Get ready, everyone, because here it comes.
For those of you with Patreon or who will head over to the Apple subscription on the a la carte this week, we will talk about Sesame Street being homeless. More on that. Selena Gomez is engaged. Timothy Chalamet meeting his lookalike. Ellen and Portia's house flooding again.
I can't. I'm gonna be popping off on that one. Don't worry.
Jamie Foxx somehow getting into a physical altercation on his birthday.
Great.
And Brian Cox. And yeah, sure, right. Welcome back to life. Now someone's beating you up. And Brian Cox from Succession. This is a cranky bitch right here. He can't stop talking about how much he hates Jeremy Strong. And it's he won the Emmy over you, Brian. Just move on. Jesus. And that's it. But after this, the second annual Fixie Awards. First, vital messages.
Turn protecting the planet into your career. Georgetown's 10-month interdisciplinary Master of Science in Environment and Sustainability Management program blends cutting-edge scientific knowledge with essential business principles, equipping you to address the world's most pressing environmental challenges. Learn to tackle today's most urgent environmental problems with a strategic, dual skill set that combines environmental science and business expertise. Ready to make a real impact? Georgetown's Master of Science in Environment and Sustainability Management empowers you to transform your passion for the environment into a meaningful, purpose-driven career. Explore the program at msb.georgetown.edu/ESM-podcast.
Hold that serve. There's no time for pickleball because you're going to want to hear this. Noom now has GLP-1s. No way! Oh, yes way, Fred. Psychology and meds. That's how Noom helps you lose the weight and keep it off.
That's really smart.
Oh, Danny, it's Noom smart. And they start at just $149 and they're shipped to your door in 7 days. Holy smokes, that's fast! But not as fast as my service game. Hey, who's ready to get pickled?
Get started with Noom GLP-1 today. Not all customers will medically qualify for prescription medications. Compounded medications are not reviewed by the FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality.
Live, but really recorded in the Fixing Famous People studios. It's the second annual Fixie Awards with Christopher Louise DeRosa, Dominick Louise Pupa, and special awards correspondent Rebecca Louise Bregman. Oh my God.
Wow.
It's the electricity in the air.
I didn't know there was going to be an announcer.
Well, who was that? That sounded like a man. Who was that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the day of the Fixies, everyone. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Just us three girls here.
Yeah, women
That's
talking. Women talking. We'll be
just handing out some awards. You know the first word I thought of when I woke up this morning? Prestige. That's what this is about. It's about
Period.
Period.
This is the first award show of the season that matters, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Absolutely.
This is the award show that everyone thinks and says, did that person win a Fixie? Well, they're going to win an Oscar. That person win a Fixie? Emmy, etc., etc.
Golden Globes be damned.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
You
guys.
You think you have diversity at your award show? Fuck you. How dare you? You don't know what diversity is until you look at this list of nominees.
Also, your outfits are El Fuego. You guys look amazing.
Oh, look, Rebecca, we're doing like Elphaba and Glinda, and then Dominick's the wizard in the middle in black.
You are. I'm the jizzard. Yeah, that's who I am.
Yeah, you're the jizzard.
I'm Kalinda.
I'm styled as usual by Uniqlo. That'll be it.
Kalinda.
I was trying to think of what our clitoris, our clitorally names are.
It's too hard.
Kalinda and I don't even know.
Clalphaba.
Yeah, vulva. I don't know.
Vulvaba. Yes. Kalinda and Vulvaba.
Vulva.
Thank you for coming to our Dirty Word workshop.
Christ on a cross, everyone.
Sometimes you have Steve Martin and Martin Short doing a monologue. Sometimes you have three idiots making up vagina words.
Of course.
Chris,
I mean,
do we just get right into it? Do we even,
I would like to just say, what a year. Like, some of the things on these nominees, I'm like, that was this year. Like, it feels like an eternity, and yet it was yesterday, is all I'm going to say. And there will be some, blasts from the past in these nominees.
Now, Chris, you're the only one really who knows who won everything at this point, right?
Correct.
Like, voting's been closed. Are we in for some surprises or snubs here?
There are some surprises. There are some upsets, and there are some that you're like, of course, hello. You know what I mean? There's some that are like really just obvious winners, and then some that really blew my socks off and surprised me.
All right. Full disclosure, I too am a nominee this year. I do not know the results of the category, and I will not until either Chris or Rebecca reads it.
Reveals it.
And again, if I don't win that particular award, this will be the last day of Fixing Famous People.
That's right.
The podcast is
just so we're clear that your votes or lack
do matter. Yeah.
Consequences.
Votes matter. Voting matters.
Real world consequences.
Never forget when Rebecca and I both got fans, right? This is like the day before the election that said vote on them. And then we had to go to, and it said vote in like 3 languages. And then we went to the Unstoppable premiere, and Rebecca said, if we could ask a question, I'm going to open up my fan and point to vote in Spanish that just said vota and said, excuse me, Jennifer, can you tell me what this word is?
Oh my God. If only we'd had the chance. I was fraternizing with other Fixie nominees who had come to my show in Los Angeles. So I sort of treated that as like the nominees luncheon in a way. There were so many of us in one room.
As you should. As you should.
All right. Who's going to read the first award?
Chris.
I'll do it.
Let's go.
Okay. Our first Fixie Award is Dumbest Moment of the Year. And the nominees are This Is Me Now, the film by Jennifer Lopez. This Is Me Now, the album by Jennifer Lopez. The Greatest Love Story Never Told by Jennifer Lopez featuring Benjamin Affleck. Jojo Siwa creating gay pop. Meghan Markle announcing a line of jams. Drake saying he planted his Ozempic prescription in his own hotel room. And the winner is... Is there a cue for this, Dominic?
No, I'm just waiting. There will be music. Yes, I'm so sorry. I don't have a drum roll.
And the winner is The Greatest Love Story Never Told by Jennifer Lopez and Benjamin Affleck.
Yay. Yay. Wow. Do we have Linda or
J-Lo,
Jen or Ben here?
Is J-Lo coming out?
Accepting
No,
for Jennifer
sadly,
Lopez is Ohani Noah and Chris Judd. Accepting for Jennifer Lopez.
I mean, this was a front runner, I will say.
Front runner.
I mean,
bet.
the whole trilogy of terror was nominated in this category, but the documentary about this film that was an absolute fever dream was especially heinous.
And can you again remind the listeners the difference between This Is Me Now, the film, and the greatest love story never told?
Yes. The greatest love story never told is the documentary about J-Lo making This Is Me Now, the film, which is a visual album. And in said documentary, they a million times say this isn't a music video.
Okay.
This isn't a visual album. And yet it is.
Okay.
And almost every celebrity in the documentary that she deals with tells her this is a bad idea. And I think that she thought it would be edgy because this was going to be a huge success. And look, everyone, including Jane Fonda, was wrong. And Jane Fonda was right. Just whatever Jane Fonda says, follow that.
Yeah.
How dare you not, actually.
But now she's a winner and she's
won
a winner,
something.
Baby. She won
the consolation prize, Unstoppable, and a Fixie. So she's closing out the year pretty good.
Very good. Very good.
Could be doing worse, is all I'm going to say.
Yes.
Could be doing worse.
And who will read the nominees for most ridiculous non-scandal?
Dominic, I think this is you.
Great. Most ridiculous non-scandal. The nominees are Ray Gunn's breakdancing, This Asshole, Peanut, the Squirrel's Death,
Your nemesis,
Armie Hammer not being able to afford gas, Amber Rose attempting to come for Beyonce, and the French pole vaulter's penis costing him an Olympic medal. And the winner is the French pole vaulter's penis costing him an Olympic medal!
Surprise.
I'm surprised that Peanut the Squirrel's Death did not overtake this, especially in the last couple of weeks since Dominic has been railing against Peanut. I'm surprised that the listenership did not rise up.
I think anything with a dick on this podcast is a winner, though.
Yeah.
That's what
correct.
I think. Yeah.
I think so too. I think so too.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations. I wish we saw more of this guy. And I do mean that. I wish we saw every inch of it. Excuse me, he's French. Every centimeter of it. Obviously, I wish we saw every.
Where is he now?
Yeah, he didn't like rise to like internet fame like
pun intended.
He did, but like not like the guy. What was the horse guy from
the pommel horse guy?
The pommel horse guy that had like the glasses. Like he's
dancing
in our lives. Yeah, like in our lives, and we love him.
This guy should be posing for. Is
something
Playgirl
Vogue French?
Show us that baguette. Show us the dick. Get on it. Yes. Yeah. God.
The
Talk
answer
about
is
a missed
always
opportunity.
The answer is always OnlyFans. The answer is always OnlyFans.
And they offered him money, and he said no. He had dignity. I don't know why, but
what is that?
Yeah.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Yeah.
Ray Gunn. I mean, there's some heavy hitters in here. Armie Hammer not being able to afford gas was really good. Amber Rose, in my opinion, the lowest of all of these. But
I think she'd be there because I think people dislike her so much they don't even want to give her a Fixie at this point.
Yeah, no.
They're just like,
I do like that we had 2 Olympic themed ones. That's just the power of the summer Olympics.
Celine. Yeah.
Of Celine. Top and bottom. Ray Gunn and Baguette.
Yeah.
They are definitely good for them.
Oh, God.
Up next, it's the Oopsies Award. Rebecca, will you be reading the nominees here?
Sure. Do I do it in an accent, Chris?
I think many listeners have demanded an accent.
Okay.
So
I haven't done this in a while because I stopped listening to my 48 hours of Barbra Streisand, but I'm going to try. Okay, here we go. It's the Oopsies Award.
This is it. You're perfect. Doing perfect.
Okay.
It's actually better than it was last time.
The Oopsies Award. Cynthia Erivo being upset about the Photoshop Wicked posters. Oy vey, oy vey. Janet Jackson saying Kamala Harris isn't black. Not touching that one. Nicole Scherzinger asking, where can I get that hat? Producers of Wendy Williams docuseries filming her. Ooh. Ends. Barbra Streisand asking Melissa McCarthy if she's on Ozempic. And the winner, by far, Nicole Scherzinger asking where she can get the hat. Let's discuss.
I
Is
mean-
she still in shit?
What an oopsies.
Well, that's an oops
she's
a
done.
doopsies.
She
That's a
lost that
whoopsie
Tony.
rut-row.
Please
That
know.
happening a week before Gypsy opens closes the conversation.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
over.
Please know that when I tell you she won by a hair
Oh.
against
Wow.
Barbara Streisand asking Melissa McCarthy if she's
Get
on
out of here.
like by 1% of the votes. Like,
I can't believe that Barbara Streisand one was even a contender. I have to be honest.
but it's such an oopsie.
It's such an oopsie. And now you're saying that, I almost want to get a t-shirt with that,
with
that, like,
you look
Instagram.
great. Are you on Ozempic? Yeah, that comment.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Incredible.
I mean, yeah. And that one is like fun and funny and stupid. Whereas like, where can I get that hat? Like she's done for now, right?
Yeah. I think she'll get a Tony nom. She'll
She'll
Tony
definitely get a nomination, but she's
Yeah.
not going to win. She can't.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you,
very
Audra
surprised.
McDonald, our girl, Rebecca, Audra is gonna
100%. Okay.
acted it so well.
Okay.
You saw every inch of The Good Fight and The Gilded Age on there because she was like, I am an actor. Like, hear me. Like,
Yes.
like
She is.
Tour.
an
An
actor.
actor.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Christopher, you're up.
Oh,
This-
boy.
Our next award was created in the moment by Dominic Pupa last year. And it was the Bigger Than All of Us award. And this award, because Tom Sandoval and the Scandival had just enveloped our entire world last year, he was given an honorary, basically a Medal of Freedom from this podcast. And we have decided to continue that tradition. And this year's This Is Bigger Than All of Us award is given to someone who has dominated not only the 24-hour news cycle, but also this podcast and my thoughts and my physical space for all of this year. And that person...
In a threatening way.
In a threatening way.
Mm-hmm.
And that person is none other than Jennifer Lynn Lopez.
Yes. Yes.
Woo! Let's get loud, girl.
Let's get loud.
I didn't even know. I'm seeing now on this document that there was another nominee considered for this award.
The other person that was considered is Meghan Markle's jam.
That makes sense.
Is
But
was
because
all-
the jam, we don't even know if it exists yet. It had to drop out.
Where is it? You know what I mean? You can't give an award to something that's not real. So
True.
you
Well-
have to give it to, sadly, again, J-Lo is not here. But think about how much we have been through with this woman in this year. Not only the Trilogy of Terror, but then
Which-
she's filming. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the Trilogy of Terror was around Valentine's Day.
That was
right?
like March. Yes. That was like early.
No, you don't understand. First, there was This Is Me Now, the songs. Then there was This Is Me Now, the movie. Then there was The Greatest Love Story Never Told. Then there was Atlas, which was somehow the #1 movie in the country, but it didn't matter because it was terrible. And then she
And
was
then-
going on the This Is Me Now tour, which sold so few tickets,
My
they
God,
had to call
you're
the Great
right.
Hits Tour. And then that was selling so few tickets, they had to cancel the tour altogether. And then she's got a brand based on a relationship, and then the guy that was part of The Greatest Love Story Never Told he tells her goodbye, and that was it.
And in the middle of all of this, she's shooting Kiss of the Spider Woman a stone's throw from my
In
apartment.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
And then we show up to the duplex on a day that we tell everyone we're going to the duplex.
Absolutely.
And 15 minutes after we leave, she shows up there to just have a casual drink with
A lot of
absolute
stalking.
piece of shit peons compared to her being an absolute superstar.
Yeah. It's been a year for the intertwinement, if you will, of fixing famous people and JLL.
Yeah. And
You know
then
what they say? That's intertwinement.
That is
Jesus Christ on a cross. And then we get to go see Unstoppable and she's there and we get to scream Let's Get Loud at her face.
Yes, we did.
She looked beautiful that day.
looked
She
great.
looked
She looked
fucking
great.
beautiful. She glows.
No one said she didn't look great. Like, you
Mhm.
know,
No one
th-
says
that-
she's not a star. She's just
A
one
s-
that should
a
take vacations.
superstar.
Yep.
an absolute superstar.
And let's see what 2025 has in store for her.
I know. Is she done? She's kind of laying low.
She's
now.
Kiss of the
laying
Spider
low.
Woman's going to come out and she's
Oh,
going to get
that's
an Oscar
right.
nomination.
And you're right. And Unstoppable isn't even out yet. Like we saw it months ago, but like it hasn't
that's
even come
true.
out yet. So like she's going to be popping back up is in January. I think.
Yes. Yes. Did it did not get a Globe nom, did it?
No. Nor did it deserve one, as we all know. I mean,
No.
she was good, but
Yeah.
But again, it hasn't like happened yet.
Yeah, but
but they would have seen it. They've
would have
already
seen
seen
it.
Squid Game. Like
Yeah.
they've already like.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
True.
No,
Okay.
it's been in rotation for the awards. Our
Sure.
awards, your awards, yes.
Our
But
award.
yeah.
All right,
All right.
moving on. Here are the nominees for Most Fixed Celebrity.
Do you want me to do it?
Dominic, it's you.
Kesha, Lady Gaga, Joe Jonas, Kevin Costner, and Ariana Grande. And the winner is Ariana Grande Butero. Give it up!
How dare you? How dare you? I mean, never have we seen someone so fixed.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Never. Do you remember what the fix was?
I don't even remember, but like none of those things were being wicked and like just destroy.
I think mine was to be a Wicked
everything.
and get nominated for a Golden Globe, and also to hold Cynthia Erivo's finger.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
those were my fixes. I mean, good-
let's remember last year's winner of this category was Lindsay Lohan, and she is
Yes.
couldn't be more fixed if she tried. And now Ariana is going to be fixing her way all the way to an Oscar.
Will this
That's
be a
right.
thing? Like, you know, like there's a best new artist curse, like whoever wins it disappears in a year. Do you think whoever wins most fixed celebrity will go on to flourish afterwards?
I think so because they're fixed because
Yeah.
they listen to us and they do
Yes.
it. I think I had her write a memoir, and then I think Dominic had her do an evening with or one of the like it was. They
How
weren't
dare
like
you.
I think it was, but I think it really was.
I think I wanted her and Frankie Grande to do a regional production of On Golden Pond,
Yeah,
since I'm
sure,
assuming they already made out.
Dear God,
Rebecca,
Most unfixable celebrity, and the nominees are Diddy, Kevin Spacey, Dan Schneider, Todd Chrisley, Billy Ray Cyrus, and no surprise here, the winner, motherfucking Diddy. Piece of shit Diddy.
I mean, I don't know why I'm cheering for it. I mean, because he
No.
deserves it.
Zero surprise.
Yeah, zero surprise. Not
Zero
an upset.
surprise.
Yeah, again, by like 97%
Yeah.
of the vote. Like
Yeah.
by a landslide.
And by the way, Kevin Spacey, this doesn't mean you are fixable.
Oh,
It
no.
just means you're
No.
less unfixable. So
Fixable.
Correct.
calm
Yeah.
down, Queen.
Correct.
She'll show
And-
up to any award show.
Yeah, and Dan
Also-
Schneider. Yeah, and
Wait, is that a
Also-
knock at my door? Is that Kevin Spacey?
An all-male category.
what a how surprising
Yeah.
and strange.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this next award is presented by a Fixie Award winner that last year won the Judi Dench Glossary of Terms Outstanding Achievement Award for her work in the episode Candace Cameron Bure.
Classic episode.
Let's have her
Classic.
come out right now. Miss Caitlin Hillary Amanda Melanie Rosen.
Yes.
Here she is.
Thank you so much for having me.
Someone with 3 middle names obviously needs to present the Best Middle Name Award.
Oh.
Now, Caitlin, I know you've prepared a few words about middle names. So.
I have I just wanted to say that I think the real joy behind a middle name is that a middle name can be a connection to the past. It can be a tribute to a loved one.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Be an opportunity for a second chance at defining yourself.
True.
And that is why it's so important for us to honor middle names.
Or
Sure.
a second or third or fourth or fifth chances in your case.
Exactly.
It could just be a way for someone to pretend that they are royalty when they are just like a cashier at Target. You know, it could be many uses for middle names.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Should we read the nominees?
Please, Katie.
Yes. Okay. The nominees for Best Middle Name are Janice Doreen Dickinson, Lutellius TJ Holmes Jr., Blake Ellender Lively, Letitia Tish Jean Cyrus, Joelle Joni Siwa featuring Jesselyn Siwa.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Double nominee.
And the winner of the Best Middle Name Award is Lutellius TJ Holmes Jr.
Yes.
Oh my
So
goodness.
deserved.
Well
So deserved.
Was that only this year?
Yes.
Lutellius?
Yes.
Lutellius is
Well, it was only this year
year
that we found out his middle name. I
Wow,
mean, they've been
wow.
terrorizing us for 3 years now,
Yes.
but we knew. We
Oh
only
my
found out this
goodness.
year about.
There could
the
have been no
greatness.
other winner in my mind.
Correct.
Certainly not.
Than Lutellius TJ. So that is
The joys and the horrors that 2024 has brought to us.
yes,
Truly.
yes.
Truly. When we got Lutellius, it was like, I mean, everything stopped. Like the
Yeah.
brakes were pumped. We like ground to a halt. And
Not only that, but you and Rebecca had the opportunity to scream it
did.
at him when he ran past you at the marathon.
Yeah.
and screamed Lutellius, Lutellius. Did he look in our direction? He
No.
sure didn't.
No.
Do I have a
Wondering
video
now
of
if
us?
Well,
Is it
screaming?
because he is redefined.
Yeah, he's like,
He
who's
is
that?
TJ.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I thought Lutellius was going to get him to look because like
He
people aren't
knows.
saying TJ. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like we know, like maybe that's someone that really knows him.
Yeah.
But no. But I do have a video of us screaming that at him as he's running by. I sure do.
Yep. One of the best days of my life.
Yeah, truly.
Mhm.
And then we went and saw J-Lo right afterward.
Oh, what a day.
Wow.
What
it
a
was
day.
it was a real fixing famous people day.
It sure was.
Caitlin, what a pleasure having you here.
Yes.
Thank you so
Caitlin-
much.
Caitlin, please stay for this next award as you are the last year's winner of our next award, the
Sure.
Judi Dench Glossary of Terms
Oh,
Outstanding Achievement
I've
Award.
heard about this award.
One of the nominees is in our midst right now.
Here I am.
I think, Chris, you should do this one.
Okay, Katie, me and you can trade off with it.
Okay.
Okay, and the nominees are Tay Head by Abby Holland,
Clitmas by Dame Erin Bagwell.
Clistoric by Samaya McMullen,
Bananery by Kate Casey.
and Subway Dust by Dominic Louise Francesca Anthony Pupa. And the winner is Subway Dust by Dominic Pupa.
Oh my God, no! Mom, I want a Fixie. Oh my God.
A true honor to pass this on to you to be here for this.
I know for you, Katie, for you to come with us to CCB, Aurora Tea Garden, like giving us these nuggets and now to pass the torch on to Dominic himself. Dominic,
I don't know what to say. There is absolutely no one to thank because I thought of it myself with no inspiration. I'll thank Marilyn Monroe, obviously, for dangling her cooch over that Subway grate and helping me come up with Subway Dust. But since she's dead, there's no one living to thank. I appreciate Dame Erin Bagwell channeling Marilyn directly into me so that I may come up with Subway Dust. So there you go. I do have to thank somebody.
Beautiful.
I wonder where I'll keep the Fixie. I'm going to buy a house with a mantle just to put the Fixie on it.
I mean, that was Clistoric.
Yeah. P.S.
Yes.
Clistoric was
Mhm.
like in the running in second place and not that far behind you. I will say Samaya did give you a run for your money.
Until I came out and I publicly threatened the listeners of this
Yeah.
podcast that it would cease to
You'll
exist
stop
if I
doing it
lost.
unless you win. Yeah.
Thank you,
goodness.
listeners. I appreciate it.
Caitlin, thank you for being here.
My absolute pleasure, my honor to be here. Thank you so much.
We love
Thank you, Caitlin. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you. And I can't wait to listen to the rest of the awards.
Thank
Edge
you.
of your seat.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you, Katie.
Although I'm fresh off of this win, I now have the honor of presenting
No,
the
you don't.
nominees. For best
Oh, yes, you
feud.
do. Oh, my God. Yes, you
Yeah.
do. Yes, you do. Yes,
Oh,
you
it
do.
is my
Okay, sorry.
turn.
Okay,
Are
sorry.
you jealous, Chris, that I won a
I'm-
Fixie and now
No,
you're
I
trying
was
to
thinking-
usurp
Oh,
with
I was
some
so
thinking
nonsense?
fucking jealous.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that Photoshop was next, but I'm wrong. Okay.
Best feud. And the nominees are Patti LuPone versus Hell's Kitchen, the musical. Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni. Baby Reindeer versus the lady who Baby Reindeer is clearly about.
Wait.
Billy Ray Cyrus versus Fire Rose Cyrus. and the United States of America versus George Santos. And the winner is Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
Wow.
I mean, P.S. a landslide. Landslide.
Really?
I'm surprised that it was a landslide.
Surprised that Blake Lively didn't catch some more votes, but
I honestly think your discussion about Kendrick and Drake is some of the funniest.
Oh, Drake being pegged while he has the funniest thing Dominic ever said on this podcast is that Drake likes to get pegged when he has Birkins on his
Birkins
draped on his arms and on his knee pits, as he said. I have never laughed, and I have not thought of something that Dominic has said like again as much.
I think
as
about
that.
When Kendrick released his album a couple weeks ago, and there's clearly some more diss tracks. It's all I picture. It's in his weird mansion in Toronto, just like knees, hands and knees, Birkin bags.
You know what?
Hilarious.
Since that's made such an impact, I am now challenging, since the next award is Best Photoshop, I'm challenging all the nominees to come up with a holiday version of Drake with on all fours with all these Birkins.
With the Birkins and his knee pits.
Yeah. Why haven't we seen that?
Yeah, why didn't we see that?
Why didn't we see that?
Shots fired.
There's no way that we're not thinking about this during the Super Bowl halftime show.
100%.
There's
1
no way.
million %.
Yeah. And if Drake comes out with a new single called Birkin, I will jump out my window.
Jump off a bridge, yeah.
Jump off a bridge.
Out of happiness.
Yes.
Yeah. Our next award is Best Photoshop. And this is a race between two historic nominees.
Ooh.
But before we get there, we must bring out last year's winner, Shanaz Petty, to present the award. Welcome, Shanaz.
Woo! Woo!
Here she is. Wow, beautiful.
My goodness.
She's wearing a stole.
In a black fur stole, looking beautiful and chic.
Best dressed. By the way, she's getting best dressed.
Best dressed.
Great.
Yeah.
Shanaz, please, I know you have a few words prepared about Best Photoshop.
I don't actually. I don't. But it's
Speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. Speak from the heart.
It's been a whirlwind of a year after winning.
Yeah, how did that?
Yeah, how did the
life?
year?
How did it change you? How changed are you?
Only because I noticed you're not nominated this year. So did it make your life worse and less creative? I'm confused. What happened?
I mean, I couldn't leave the house. The paparazzi was always at my windows.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I moved to Mexico.
I mean, with beautiful work winning last year with Dances with Knives, which was a Britney Spears knife dancing version of Dances with Wolves. It was gorgeous.
And not to speak for Shanaz, but I do want to say that the creativity flows within you. And when she hears the angels speaking to her, she will create again. And that will happen in 2025, I'm sure.
Beautiful.
I believe.
We hope. We hope.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
We hope.
She'll be back.
Gripping. I mean, I have the old award. I'm gripping it like a vice, but I am willing to give it up.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, Shanaz, why don't you present the 2024 Fixie Award for Best Photoshop?
Okay, and the nominees are The Fixing Famous People Founding Fathers by Greg Arcade. Summer House, Provincetown by Samaya McMullen. J-Lo Stalks Dominic, New York Post by Greg Arcade. And finally, Seattle Grace and Deer by Samaya McMullen. And
4 entries, but only 2 nominees.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Fixie goes too.
She has an envelope. She has an envelope.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
My colonoscopy paperwork. J-Lo Stalks Dominic, New York.
Oh! Greg Arcade, congratulations.
Yay. Passing the torch.
He's here. He's here. I'm going to let him in.
No way.
A winner! Oh, and he's wearing a t-shirt with Chris's baby photo on it.
Oh, my God. Greg, give us a few words. Shanaz has just passed the award over to you. How do you feel?
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. Chris, I don't know if you remember, but this was a shout out that you did at the very end of an episode. You called out Samaya and me and said, where is this photo of like J-Lo assaulting Dominic? And if Sada hadn't heard it, I wouldn't have even because it was like the last 5 seconds. So
it was, I was like, where is this? Like one of you needs to get on this. Because this is like right for the picking. Yes.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
Yeah.
It was so fucking funny. And to think back, like that was at the same time, J-Lo was stalking us. Mariska Hargitay was shooting outside of Dominic's window. Like all this was happening within moments of each other. And so the fact that it has been codified into like this photo that we'll have forever is beautiful.
Into the post.
Yes. And I can't wait for the in maybe a year or two, the full book of all the
the photoshops.
All the photoshops. It'll be a beautiful
a coffee table book of all the photoshops. That would be beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a puzzle for you guys, Chris.
I love puzzles. Oh my God. Oh, P.S. We have some Peanut the Squirrel stuff that I haven't even posted yet. That's gonna like light the internet on fire. By the way,
Short of this honor, Dominic saying I was unwell when I sent the Peanut the Squirrel thing. It's like right up there.
First of all, we forgot to discuss what Greg sent me after my holiday show. We will definitely bring it up in next week's Pre-Fixe and also put it online. Like the world needs to see the album.
I can't
my holiday album.
Yes. Oh, yes, they do. Greg, you've cracked us up so much. Thank you so much. And again, will next year we be selling Santa's Little Helper t-shirts? I think that we will be.
Right.
We will be.
Take my money. I won't.
Yeah. Greg, Shanaz, thank you both so much. And
thank you.
Have
winners, past and present.
Winners.
You are fixing royalty now. You're fixing royalty.
I'm in awe.
We love you.
Thank
you so much.
Love you.
Yeah, love you guys. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, this is a doozy-rooney, I would say. Did this category exist last year?
Yes. Last year, this category, we gave it to Brangelina.
Okay.
Both of
interesting.
them.
Interestato.
Yes. And so this year is another one that we give, and we gave it to Brangelina last year, and they have needed fixing since.
Okay. And then this category is celebrity we're certain will be fixing soon. And the winner is Cleansing Breath, Bradley Pitt.
Yes.
Brad Pitt. 100%. Wow.
Brad Knee Pitt, as I'm going to call him from now on.
Does this person need some fixing?
Well, he has 19 children, and they've all dropped his last name. So I'm gonna go with what they're saying and say yes.
Yeah. This is gonna be. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but
it's coming.
If it is helpful, if one of the fixes is a sex tape with Rebecca Bregman, I'm fine with that. If you need that to be a fix, that's fine. That's
Rebecca
fine with me.
If you beat your children, she's open wide for you.
Yes, open wide. Yes,
a chic sex tape with Rebecca Bregman is a great fix. Well,
of course, sex tapes are chic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's going. I mean, he's now won this award twice. So, like,
2 years running.
2 years in a row.
Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just feel it in my bones. It's coming.
I feel it in my bones too.
It's coming.
Yeah. It's coming on my face.
This Mirabal
in your sex tape.
He just lost. Remember, he just lost that battle where he was trying to suppress all this documentation and text
of him being a monster
in the Mirabal trial. And now that it's clear, he's either gonna go down or settle.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We are at our final 2 awards of the night, and I believe we have a special guest to present this next one. Chris, am I right?
We do.
Oh my God.
Oh
my God. Okay. Dame Erin Bagwell is dressed in drag king drag. I need to take a picture.
Tom, we had to read. I mean, Dame Erin Bagwell not only dressed as Tom Sandoval, she has a mustache. We're going to post this online.
She has a mustache.
Chris is taking photos
Her
now.
name says Tom Sandoval. I'm taking 97 million photos of it.
Oh
Erin,
my God.
I'm screaming bloody murder. Okay, how do we even proceed after this?
I bet without my glasses, you look like an actual man. I'm going to try this.
Me too.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sitting far enough away from my computer that these look like grinder squares, and I'm into it. I got to say, I'm going to tap you.
So is Tom? So Aaron's not here. It's Tom Sandoval. That's
Sandy.
what's happening.
Can I call you Sandy?
Please do, Rebecca. I'd love it.
Oh my God.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I'm giving you my phone number after.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta come down. We'll go to
Jesus
Tom. We'll make you a
Christ.
pumptini. Happy to do it.
I'm screaming.
I'm
What is
sick
this
right
hat even? It says Kent Coffee?
You know,
What
it's
is-
just this like little furniture company I'm thinking about investing in, trying to get them some promo.
I'm like dead.
That is insane.
You're a monster. You're a monster.
The only thing that's
my God.
monstrous is that I went to my manicurist today and they didn't have white nail polish.
Oh my
dare
God.
And
you.
I had to do ballet slipper, like what am I, Lady Gaga?
Ugh.
I'm
I think you look
screaming.
amazing anyway. You look
Thanks, Rebecca.
amazing.
You look
You're
gorgeous
still
too,
hot,
as
Tom.
always.
Well, you've always been fuckable through all of this. That's been the issue. You're just like Luigi Mangione. It's like we're trying to hate you, but we're trying to
can't.
hate you and your crimes, but we can't.
We
Because
simply
the
can't.
abs don't lie. Thanks, Dom. The abs don't lie.
You're welcome.
But guys, I mean, I came here because I have a beef with you guys.
Oh boy.
Like, don't let me get Lisa on the phone. Like, what happened? Like,
She's
why
so
did you
Tom, but
change
go
the
ahead.
name of my category?
To
You're
not-
trying to like strip me of my power. We got to remember the Toms.
Yeah.
Well, you're not on Vanderpump Rules anymore, and so you basically don't exist.
How dare, Chris?
Well, now
How
I'm
dare.
really gonna call Lisa.
She has your number blocked, Tom. It's over. Like you outlived your usefulness to her. It's over.
you didn't
Well, I'm
think
gonna
this
have
is-
the Buffalo Medium put a spell on all of you.
Well, she is powerful. Just watch out for that subway dust. Watch out for the Fixie Award winning subway dust.
Ugh. Whatever. I bet Katie put you guys up to this.
My God, you are a monster. Okay, Tom/Aaron, would you like to present the nominees for Chaos of the Year?
Yeah, I had it up, but like, duh, my computer crashed. Now I gotta find it again. Or do you have them somewhere?
Yeah, hold on, I'll send them to
Do you want us to read them?
Can you read? I'm just asking.
Rebecca, don't do me like that.
I texted them.
What the
Oh,
hell?
dumb and hot. Such a dangerous combination.
Oh, here we
Tom.
go. Sorry, it was in front of me all the time.
Of
Okay.
course it was. Just like Ariana.
All right, for Chaos of the Year, we got Diddy's Downfall. We got Justin Timberlake's DUI. The opening ceremonies at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Leave NBC alone. And we got Gypsy Rose Blanchard's life. Yeah, I mean, sure. Then we got Princess Kate's health and whereabouts. And of course, it's my man Alec Baldwin with his Rust trial. That's really something that's going on in the media.
Oh my God. Okay, wait, and you know which one the winner
Tom,
is,
you know
right?
if you read the winner now.
Yeah, I know who the winner is, but guys, I don't think you guys picked the right one. First of all, if I had to vote,
we didn't pick it. The Patreon subscribers.
if I had to vote Dom, I would have picked my man Alec Baldwin. Because we gotta comfort each other when we're down, and we have a Scandival man. He's just trying to make some coin for his kids. He's got too many children. But the winner of the Chaos / Scandival of the Year,
It's
of
not
course,
Scandival anymore.
it's the
You very
princess.
What's happening?
Is Princess Kate's health. Yeah, and whereabouts. Where's the princess? Yeah, we all care about the princess.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm very surprised that this won Chaos of the Year. I don't know why. I just am. Are you drinking a beer, Tom?
It's non-alcoholic, okay? Get off my back.
Okay,
Wow.
good.
I love how like
Tom is
Sandoval
not going to be here. Like, I'm
turned
embarrassed
into-
that we've booked Tom Sandoval for this at this point.
It's turned into like, gosh, like it's like Napoleon Dynamite. Like, gosh,
God, Lisa!
like Tina, yeah, eat your ham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me get
Oh,
Lisa
my
on
God.
the phone. She doesn't want to talk to you, Tom. She's done.
Ariana was at the Thanksgiving parade, guys. I need work.
You do need work.
Princess Kate's whereabouts was like, it was all of them at one. Like they all were a winner for like a day. And then eventually Princess Kate took the lead.
Interesting.
This was like, it was a hot race for a minute. Like Justin Timberlake caught some votes. Paris Olympics caught some votes.
Surprised about Diddy.
I know.
I thought that would be it.
But you know what? People voted for Diddy for most unfixable, and they were like, we voted. You know, he got that award, so we're giving someone else.
But how great would it have been if he and his ex-lover, Jennifer Lopez, each won 2 Fixies? But let's talk about the hottest couple of 2002 walking away as Fixie winners in 2024.
Yes.
Correct. Wow. Beautiful.
Me and Lisa.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you and Lisa.
I just remember that Chris
I'm more of an Erica Jane myself.
Chris thought that Kate was dead.
No,
I
correct? People thought she was dead. I thought that she was alive. But I think that she was in Houston getting medical treatment.
That's correct.
And I still stand
right. You did think she had a body double, though.
No, I didn't. I didn't think that there was a body double, but many people
I listened to the
did.
show.
Oh
you definitely were spreading.
Oh, he's trying to rewrite history now.
Tom, if you listen to this podcast, you would not be here. Trust me. We do not say nice things about you here. Other than I want to fuck you. That's about it.
Hey, that's all a man needs, you know?
It's true.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, brother.
I've
Tom,
seen you on Grindr, Dominic.
Well, I'm there 24/7, actually.
Yeah, he's never not there. Jesus Christ. All right, Tom. Well, thank you so much for being here and kidnapping Erin Bagwell, ?
Yeah, you know, I gave her the night off, you know?
Yeah.
My God.
Pleasure to meet you, Tom. You know, Erin Bagwell's a medium. Maybe she could channel your career.
Yeah, I'm gonna schedule some tarot readings for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta get it in order for the new year.
I'll call you later, Tom, okay?
Perfect, Rebecca.
Okay.
I'll text you.
Love you
I
guys.
Rebecca just took her pocket rocket out. You got to log off before she gets preoccupied.
Love you. You're a monster.
We love you, Erin.
Bye. Well, I mean, a celebrity that we didn't know we were getting in this episode. I'll just say that, right?
Yeah.
A shock to the system.
Well, that's how much we've grown this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of celebrities, our final award of the night, our best picture, which we call best episode, is presented by none other than the first Fixie Award winner for best episode, Ms. Deanna Marie.
Oh,
wow.
The second celebrity to show up here.
Bowing down.
You look fantastic.
And now to present best episode of the 2024 Fixing Famous People Fixie Awards is the first recipient of the best episode award, Ms. Deanna M. Chang herself.
Wow. Guys, truly to have traveled the country as the best episode recipient of 2023 was amazing. I met so many listeners. I was able to just touch the hands and souls of so many of our people and get suggestions. And God, it's just a vibrant community. So it's going to be hard to hand over the sash. I'm not going to lie. But I feel I have grown with this title. I really, as a person and as a woman, really,
beautiful.
You know.
Well, we have great news. You don't have to turn the sash over. Whoever gets the sash gets to keep it that year. The other tidbit is, of course, that there is no sash. So you can keep this imaginary item, and we will give another one to whoever you announce now.
Okay, well, shall we get to it? Shall I list Okay, for best episode, these were the contenders. We had Tori Spelling with Chelsea Devantez, Jennifer Lopez with Jess Rothschild.
Let's get loud. Baby.
Drake with Ashley Ray Harris, Olivia Wilde with Sarah Wendell, Brangelina with Ryan Bailey, Jane Krutkowski with Remy Casimir, Ryan Murphy with Amy Phillips, Jamie Lynn Spears with Danny Murphy and Evan Reel, Katherine Heigl with Danny Pellegrino, and Joe Jonas with Tiana Lee and Katie Rosen. And the winner is the mother of all mothers, Chelsea Devantez, doing the episode of Tori Spelling. where we learned so many amazing things about birds and nose jobs and funny acting and financial ruin. You know, we learned it all. Thank you, Chelsea. What an honor it is to hand over the crown.
Beautiful.
Congratulations, mother.
Deanna, thank you for helming. Thank you for truly helming the awards, this award for the past year, and being such a gracious presenter today.
Well, thank you so much.
And now we have Chelsea accepting her award via satellite.
America, God shed his grace on thee. Let's get loud. Thank you so much for this incredible award. Chris and Dom said the only way I could accept was via Jennifer Lopez vocal mashups. They forced me to sing. They begged me. They required it. And I dutifully obliged. Now, to quote Rue McClanahan when she won her Emmy for Golden Girls, to those of you who helped me on my way to the top, thank you. And for those of you who didn't, well, you'll be in the book. And to that I say, you are already in my book. My memoir is out. Please you give it a purchase. And if you weren't in the book, you'll definitely be on the podcast, probably in an episode with Dom and Chris, where we talk a lot of shit. And finally, I'd like to dedicate this award to the chickens and birds and parrots and birds of any bird out there of any sort who suffered so much in bringing Tori Spelling's memoirs to life. I hope you stay safe, as Tori is still on the loose and always looking for a reason to blame a nose job on a bird biting her. Stay safe out there.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow. Inspirational.
I don't remember one of us asking her to sing, but I assure you we will not again. But congratulations to Chelsea.
Oh my God, guys, that's the award show.
That's the fucking Fixies, man. What a whirlwind it has been.
Whirlwind.
Beautiful.
Thank you as always.
Thank you, Rebecca. I mean, we should be thanking you.
Next year, I'm going to dress up as Lainey Kazan. I will.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we won't do our Glinda and Alpha.
That's more makeup than you've probably worn combined in the past 10 years. 10 years.
Thank you to all of our presenters. Thank you to all of our friends. Thank you to all the winners, including you, Dominic. Thank you to Dominic. How does it feel to win a Fixie Award? Like, think about that. Think about that. You're a winner.
Your head is 3 sizes now. Like, if you leave that hotel room and people aren't mobbing you, I don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah, like they did to Shanaz when she won Best Photoshop last year.
I still have a handful of dates left on the holiday tour, and I'm going to insist on Chris introducing me as award winner.
Yeah,
Dominic Pupa,
award winner.
Fixie Award winner.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Well, we did it. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this podcast. Everybody. We have grown so much this year, and we love all of you. And this has been an absolute roller coaster of a ride. Rebecca, Louise, this is me, ... today, Bregman. Where can people find you?
People can find me at my apartment, listening to Fixing Famous People and making shows mostly for Discovery ID. So please watch those.
And watching Dr. Odyssey. And
watching and loving Dr. Odyssey. And just congratulations, Kathy Bates, on your Golden Globe nomination for Matlock. I called it, baby. I called it.
Had to sneak it in, didn't you? You talking about Matlock on the pod. I really need to watch Matlock. I really do.
It's good. It's good.
Dominic, where can people find you?
I can be found at my website, which is domentary.com. I can be found on Instagram at Dominic Pupa. If you're listening to this podcast on the day that it drops, my holiday show will be tonight in DC and on Friday in Boston and on Sunday, the last night, in Hotlanta. So snatch those ticks and come say hello to a bitch. Chris, where can the listeners of this podcast find you?
You can find me at the Chris DeRosa. You can find the show at Fixing Famous People, and you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/fixingfamouspeople. I wish you both well. And as always, let's all say it together very slowly because we're freaks. Where's Jelly. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.